Hey guys, welcome back to another Star Wars Land episode here. Hey, sorry I've been gone for so long. I was sick for like a week and a half. I'm still a little under the weather here, but I gotta get this out. And every day I tried to come out, it was raining. It's been raining like crazy here in Southern California. So there has been a ton of changes. It's been a couple weeks since I've been out here to be able to shoot a Star Wars Land video. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump right into it. We're going to start with the bottom here, the big pit. So as you can see with the pit, it's been cemented. The sides are cemented. I mean, we already kind of knew this was permanent, the sides right there, but look, you can see they're cemented. Just zoomed in there a little bit closer for you to see that. But one thing that's really interesting, if I look over here to the right, you know, they were digging this out, and they've been digging it out. We weren't sure how deep it was going to be or what was going to happen, but look at the bottom of your screen there. You can see that they put a cement base there, a cement floor. I don't know what you call it. I just call it a floor. It looks like a cement floor to me, but it's definitely higher than over here. So over here it's deeper, and then you come back over here, you can see that the floor is definitely a higher floor, but that looks permanent right there. That's cement. That is permanent. And I'm still assuming that's inside the show building. That's still part of the show building. It's a gigantic show building that, you know, unless I zoom all the way out, I can't get the whole thing in frame. So you can see there's a ton of dirt mounds going on over here, which means they are either leveling, digging up some ground over here. I don't know exactly what's going on. I just started this video pretty quickly. I haven't been really looking around. But it doesn't look like there's they're digging out bigger pits or anything anywhere, so I'm not sure where this dirt has come from. Maybe we'll spot it as we go on in this video, but you can definitely see the cement floor there. You can see they cemented the walls on the side. Things are really starting to take shape over here. If you go over here, you can see that it's still about the same dirt. One thing I noticed earlier, and I'm going to try to get a better angle of it, I can't see it right now, is there were footers that were put into the ground for I'm assuming, the beams that are going to help hold up this building, but they were definitely there. I'm going to see if I can get a better shot of it. So right where those tractors, or whatever you call them, construction equipment, are working, there were footers sticking out of the ground, so it looks like they've definitely had to have raised the level of the ground to hide those footers, because I don't see them anymore. All I'm seeing is a bunch of dirt right now, which is cool, I guess, but they definitely had footers there. There was a ton of them there. I don't know, 15, 20 of them, maybe less, maybe more. I could be off. Don't hold me exactly to the exact count, but they're definitely there. You can still see the perimeter of the wall right there. You can see the perimeter there kind of coming around, which is really cool. It looks like, well, it's very similar. They've added some details to it and stuff, but I think we're going to see that rise up. But wait, one thing I just noticed is the access road, you guys. So remember how there was a backstage access road for cast members going from this side of the back lot all the way around? It's not there anymore. It's completely disappeared. This is crazy. There's no more access road. And you know what I just noticed is? Look at right down here. Look at that truck right there. They have completed, sorry if this is shaky, I'm just moving the tripod around here. They've completed the access road on the back side of Star Wars Land now, and cars are traveling down there. See, look, there's another truck right there, all the way to the other side. So you can see over there, you see the equipment. This is that same access road that's way behind Star Wars Land. If I were to come all the way, sorry guys, trying to do this on the tripod. I guess I should loosen it up a little bit. Comes all the way, pull. There's the road right there. It comes all the way around to the other side. Really cool. So with that access road gone, it looks like they'll be able to really start working on the middle of Star Wars Land. They don't have to worry about the traffic going through there. They don't have to worry about working around it, which is really cool. But now we're going to start from the left and work our way to the right and see some of the changes that we can see out there. So right now you can see obviously the mountain of dirt is pretty much gone. They're making a lot of little mountains. The big one is gone. It's where we're assuming the Millennium Falcon ride is going to be. It should be pretty cool. A lot of equipment working over there, digging and flattening dirt and stuff. you know, I don't know what they call that in the construction terms. I heard a rumor, and there's only something I've heard just from watching some videos, is that that building that they built over there is only temporary. I don't know, it looks pretty permanent to me, but I could be wrong. I am not a construction person. Let me know what you think. I know the one in front of it, that smaller one in front of it is definitely temporary. That's just construction offices and stuff. But what about the big one behind it? You think that could be temporary, or you think that's permanent? Now, I've heard it's temporary, where they might be doing work like that they can't do outside, maybe painting. Maybe it's a building for painting things, because you know, you don't really paint out in the open. You have to paint in an enclosed building. You don't want the dirt and all this other stuff getting on your paint and ruining it. And so maybe that's what it'll be used for. I really don't know, but it's a possibility. Come over here. Wait a second. Are those trees I see? Look, guys, they're starting to put the trees on the mound, the berm there, that's going to be between Star Wars Land and the railroad and the theater. You can see they've started planting. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 6 trees over there that they're going to be planting in the berm. Now, I'm sure that's just the first of many. They look pretty short, though, so I'm not sure how they're going to hide anything with the height that they are. I know that we got to allow the trees to mature and to grow, and that Disneyland didn't originally look the way it does, all completely hidden with all the trees, because they were baby trees back in the beginning. But you know, I think they're gonna do. I think they'll still be able to hide everything. I think when you're on ground level, you know, we're up pretty high, so when you're up pretty high, look at this. You could see this building right here, the Mickey and the Magical Map Theater right there. You can see it from up here, but when you're down at ground level down there, it's very, when you're looking up, you know, it's going to be harder to see, and they'll put some more trees there and stuff, and I think it'll be harder to see, especially if there's walls and buildings close to you. When you're looking up, it's going to be really hard to see outside of Star Wars Land or into Star Wars Land. So I came over here to the see the Fantasyland entrance. You know, I'm going to try to get a better angle. Alright guys, I just moved over. I just want to try to get a better angle of the Fantasyland entrance over there. They still seem to be doing a lot of work over there. I don't think the dirt has moved so much, but I think they're really getting into more of the detail work. Obviously we saw that they're planting some trees just to the left of it, so I think here we're going to start seeing you know, more work being done as far as, oh, maybe they're laying railroad tracks over there already. Maybe they've already got the ground to where it's going to be, and they're just laying railroad tracks, and they're getting all the finalizations done of everything that they're doing over there. A lot of the rock work, as people saw a month ago or so when they opened up the pass during the holiday time, that a lot of the rock work was already complete. They just had to really paint it, and maybe a little bit more sculpting, and then definitely landscaping. They got to do a lot of landscaping. You can see the Frontierland side entrance. The cool thing on the Frontierland side entrance was the bridge that they had over there, the Pony Truss Bridge. That looks like you're going to be walking underneath that to get through the Frontierland tunnel into Star Wars Land, which I think is a cool element if you're walking through there and the train's going over. Just what a beautiful scenic scene that's going to be. We talked a lot about the Phantasmic storage right there. Look at the, I just call it a mess. There's just like cement walls everywhere. But what we've learned from, what I've learned anyway, from seeing the walls around the rivers of America, is that those walls end up turning into like rock formations on them and stuff. So I think we're going to see some really large rock formations out there and on those rocks and on those walls. And right now they look like, what are all these walls doing here? And like they're going to be buildings and stuff. Well, yeah, they're buildings hidden inside, but you're going to see a ton of rock work around those walls, and pretty soon we're going to see that that's not even going to look like walls anymore. I wish my camera can zoom in more, but you can see in the middle there, top, there's a rock already kind of painted a light color. I'm sure they'll add some texturing to it. People are saying that's going to be possibly a spinning rock, but we'll see. Only time will tell, right? Only time will tell. And then before we were like, look at all these green pipes, how tall they are and stuff. Well, they were doing those green pipes, you know, in a lot of the different areas, and I thought, gosh, those are really high. But they filled in a lot of the areas with dirt to go to the height of the green pipes. So it's possible that over here that we're going to see more dirt being put in there, and the berm's going to be raised all the way around this area. But we'll see, we'll see. I mean, definitely there's so much work being done on the other side of the wall The rock work is coming along nicely. I'm going to try to get into the parks. Well, I am going into the parks today since I'm finally feeling better, and I'm going to be looking, and I'll probably put it on another video, doing some video shots of the rock work from what I can see from inside the parks. But you can see the back side of the rock works there, and there's going to be some cool waterfall features and stuff on the other side, which is going to be awesome. So if we come over here, I'm going to lower the camera. So when we come over here to the Hungry Bear side, there is, you know, they've been adding a lot of dirt. They've been doing a lot of cement work over there. But one thing everyone's been talking about is, like, where is the pathway to get us through? And I think the only place that you can see it is right where the white tarps of the Hungry Bear are at. There's a cement wall kind of coming out from the rivers of, not the rivers, the Star Wars Land side out there. There's like a tunnel almost that vehicles are going through to get to the rivers of America. My guess is that that is going to be the pathway into Star Wars Land. It brings you almost at a right turn angle, well, left turn angle if you're coming from the other direction. And so it's not like you're walking right into Star Wars Land. It makes you turn, and then you're going to have to turn right. So I think it's going to really obscure the view of Star Wars Land from over there, and you're not going to just be able to walk down a straight path. It's going to take you down an angled path, or a, I don't know, squiggly path, whatever you want to call it, where there'll be trees and different scenery blocking you, so you can't just be sitting at the Hungry Bear restaurant and looking into Star Wars Land straight down a pathway. That's just my guess. I mean, they have to be able to get you into Star Wars Land without ruining the surprise. You don't want to be in Critter Country and being able to see Star Wars Land, because, I mean, what does Critter Country have to do with Star Wars Land? Nothing. So it's got to be completely separated. They got to be able to get you in there without you even realize you're walking in there, and they'll do that. They're really good at that stuff. I'm surprised they haven't started. Well, maybe they haven't started working on a bridge over here yet, because they got to get the construction equipment through. That's my guess. Is you know, you're not going to put up a bridge and then try to bring these big cranes and stuff through. So I think once they're done with all the big construction stuff on the Rivers of America side, then they'll put the final bridge up once they don't need any of the big construction equipment going through there, because as you can see, there's some big cranes out here, big construction equipment. I mean, you can see one going through. That's where I'm talking about, that vehicle going through right there. That's where I think the pathway is going to be going through, and there's going to be like a bridge. And I bet you it's going to be kind of like the Splash Mountain kind. It's not going to be like over here, you know, when you're looking through the Fantasyland entrance and the Frontierland entrance to Star Wars Land, where there are tunnels. I don't think it's going to be complete tunnel, because otherwise they might have built it already. But we'll see. I mean, I really don't know for sure what's going to happen, but we'll see. We come down a little bit. There's just, it seems like it's a big storage area now for more forms and stuff and piping and everything right here. Not a lot going on there. I'm really curious of where they got all this dirt from over here, though. I mean, there's a lot of dirt mounds and stuff happening over here. And then with the, I mean, the cool thing is you can really start to see the inside of this show building taking effect, and that's, I know I already kind of covered this earlier, but I'm just kind of coming back to it because it's just really neat what's going on over here. And hopefully I can get out here every week. I really have been trying, but with the rain, the weather, I mean, it's supposed to rain like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I want to come out for the electrical parade, and it's supposed to rain that night, so who knows what's going to happen. But we'll see. Alright guys, well that's going to be it for me today in the Star Wars Land construction update. I am going to shoot a time-lapse right now, so you will be getting some time-lapse video of what's going on, because there's a lot going on. And if you like these videos, you know, give it a thumbs up. I really like to see all the likes on the videos, and you know, comment. You know, I'd love to hear your guys' input and your guys' theories and what you think is going to be happening in Star Wars Land, and what all this stuff is and what's going on, because I have no idea. You know, I just see big yellow cranes and green equipment and stuff, and I don't know what it is, but I'm out here reporting it anyway. But you know, comment on the video, let me know what you think. Subscribe to the channel, guys. We're trying to get to 500 here in the next month, so let's subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.